Now we're going to look at answering a multiple choice question about what will be the most likely result from an increase in bank lending to individuals. Be careful of the wording here. They want to know what's going to happen after you've had an increase in bank lending to individuals, so what's going to come from that. And before you even look at the answers, think about what you think the answer might be. If you have more lending to consumers, to individuals, that will mean that their consumption is going to go up because they're taking out the loans to spend the money. So they will be buying more things. You could also say that their standard of living is going to go up because they'll be able to buy more things. They're just some general thoughts about what will happen for these people if they're taking out more bank loans. Now let's look at the possible answers. So we want to know what's going to be the most likely result. An improvement in net trade. Net trade, X minus M, remember that means the value of exports minus the value of imports. And an improvement would mean that this number here gets larger. Because remember, this is part of our aggregate demand equation. AD equals consumption plus investment plus government spending plus net exports, X minus M, that last bit. If this improves, it gets larger. For an improvement, you would need to see the overall number getting bigger. If we're looking at what is going to happen when we've got more people taking bank loans, we've said already there'll be more consumption. If people are taking out more bank loans and they're going shopping more, this will mean that they're buying more things. Some of those things will be imported. So actually the amount of imports will go up. People taking bank loans in our country isn't going to affect how much we're exporting, so that's irrelevant, but we know that imports are going to go up. If this number goes up, you're taking away a bigger number if this number is larger, and therefore the overall number will be smaller. It won't be larger, there won't be an improvement, it will actually get worse. So that's not the right answer. The second one, an increase in consumption. It sounds as if this is right. We've already established that, but let's check the other two. An increase in unemployment. This is definitely wrong. The reason is when we have an increase in consumption, that will mean that more is demanded. So our output will go up, and in order to make this extra output, there will be more jobs. So actually, unemployment will go down. We won't see an increase in unemployment. The last one, deflation, that's also wrong. Deflation is a sustained decrease in the average price level. It's the opposite of inflation. And actually, if we have an increase in consumption, we know from this equation here that ceteris paribus, if everything else stays the same, if this goes up, then aggregate demand will go up. So if consumption goes up, aggregate demand goes up, and we may actually end up with demand pull inflation, and there may be a sustained increase in the average price level, which is actually inflation, not deflation. So this is also wrong. So the answer is B.